Hello and welcome back to ESPN. We're doing our 2014 NFL mock draft tonight. I'm here with Bo, and we're going to be joined with our two NFL draft pick experts, Steve and Chris.
Welcome to the show, guys.
How's it going, Bo?
How's it going, Bo?
Good to see you guys.
How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Now, we're just here to show you guys how we think this draft is going to play out. We got a lot of cool things going on here. We're going to analyze each team individually, and we're going to break it down for you guys at home.
We are the experts here.
So let's start off with our first pick, the Houston Texans. Now, the Houston Texans had a really rough year last year, and we're thinking that they're going to need somebody to spice things up. Boom. We got the most influential player so far. I got Jadeveon Clowney going first pick. Defensive end from South Carolina. This guy's big, this guy's bad, and this guy can come in and change the game.
You know what, Steve? I'm going to have to agree with you. We usually don't agree with each other, but you just can't pass up a talent like this.
This is one of those once-in-a-decade kind of players. This guy's got enough speed to cover a tight end and rush the passer off the end.
What do you guys think?
You know, Clowney with a 4.53 40, I would say, he had a better 40 than Johnny Manziel, who is lightning fast and one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. 23 reps on the bench press and a 34-inch vertical. All around, I think this kid is absolutely beyond his years. I think he's going to be a player that's big time in the NFL. What do you think, Alex?
I agree with you, actually, because when it comes to the vertical, 34, I think that's a huge number. That's very impressive. And when it comes to reps, it's not exactly the best out there, but also he's well above average.
Absolutely.
So I think he's going to be a great help no matter what teams he goes
He's
to.
going to be able to jump up, swat passes, get around people. He's going to be a player.
I think you both chose very wisely on that, and I think I would have to agree with you that Clowney should be number one overall.
Let's jump to the second pick because this is a guy I'm really excited about. Steve, why don't you go ahead?
St. Louis Rams right here. Now, they have a solid base of players. They're still fairly young. They need someone to really solidify that offensive line. I'm going to Auburn here. Mr. Robinson. Nice big tackle. He's going to be able to cover Bradford's backside. He's going to be a good player for them. Really solid.
I have to agree with you again, Steve. You know, last year Auburn won 2 games before they went to the national championship, and they still had a 1,000-yard rusher in Trey Mason, and it was because of this guy. He was the soul of that offensive line 2 years ago and this year. He's going to be a good player in the NFL.
Look to the Rams to come in clutch in their division this year.
You know, once again, guys, I think you both had an absolutely solid pick. I mean, offensive tackle, he's in the 4s for the 40, running a 4.97, 36 reps. I mean, he tore it up on the bench press, and a 27-inch vertical. It's not the best, but, I mean, you're not looking for that much when it comes to an offensive tackle. What do you think, Matt?
I want to point out actually how surprised I am that they both picked the same guy.
I know.
Twice.
They never
Great talent.
I definitely thought we would have a disagreement fight by now. But yeah, as you say about Robinson, his times are impressive. His 40-yard dash, I think it could be better. He's definitely got room to improve, but that's what the season's for. You improve as you go. He's a young guy, so he shows a lot of promise.
Absolutely. I mean, he's had 4 great years at Auburn, started all 4 years, no injuries. I think that's a solid pick.
Definitely. Number 3 to the Jags.
Now, we're going to look at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, they're not very good on offense.
Not very good on defense.
Bottom third in offense. They need some type of production. They need someone who's going to go in there and can win them games single-handedly. Who better to do that? Johnny Football. Johnny Manziel going 3 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Heisman Trophy winner from Texas A&M. This kid can do it all. He can run, he can pass, he can jump, he can shoot free throws. This guy's the real deal.
See, we're going to start to disagree now. And you want to know why? I'm going to go with Khalil Mack from Buffalo. You want someone who's going to spice things up? He's going to come in and he's going to be a starter. He's going to turn things around on defense. This guy didn't go to a very big school like most of these other guys you're going to see in the top 10, but he is definitely a playmaker.
You can't win games if you don't score points, Chris.
Defense wins championships.
You know, personally, on this one, guys, I'm going to have to agree with you, Steve. I mean, Manziel, he's been excellent at A&M throughout his career. He's played with NFL caliber offensive linemen. He is obviously proved that he can get out of any scramble situation. Solid 40 time, solid vertical. I mean, overall, he's a great player. And Mac, I mean, he's good, but I just don't see him as a 3. What do you think, Matt?
Honestly, I'll have to side with the two of you. I'm sorry about that, Chris. But when I look at the stats of this young guy, I agree. Manziel is the way to go in my book. So I think that the Jags will definitely be a team that prospect from and prosper from this pick.
Absolutely. Let's go to the 4th pick for the Cleveland Browns.
Now, the Cleveland Browns didn't play well last year. We all know that. Weak on offense, weak on defense, but they made a lot of moves in free agency. Signing Whitner at the safety position, big, hard-hitting safety. They also put Ben Tate in their backfield, backup running back from the Texans, who we all knew was going to get a starting gig. What do they need? A quarterback, a pocket passer, someone who's going to be good for them. I'm going Blake Bortles, USF, nice big quarterback. He's going to be able to stand in the pocket, deliver those tough throws. He's going to be a good player for them.
I think we're going to have to disagree again, Steve. I'm going with Sammy Watkins from Clemson, wide receiver. He's going to be able to stretch the field for them. They, like you said, they got Ben Tate. They got the run threat. Now they're going to have 2 solid wide receivers. They got their defense. I think the Browns are going to set themselves up to do something in the playoffs this year, regardless of who they get.
You know, this pick, I'm going to have to go with you, Chris. I mean, we're all over the place right now, but Watkins, I mean, at 6'7", he is just an absolute monster. If I had to compare him to someone in the NFL, I'd have to
You don't even maybe with old
I don't
Terrell
even know.
Owens,
I don't
San
even know.
Francisco
Maybe
49ers.
he is,
Yeah,
you know, he does
T.O.
it.
was a dominant player.
You know, and I mean, he's big, he's fast, he's got a vertical of 36 inches, so that adds to that height. I mean, he could dunk a basketball at a 12-foot rim. And I mean, Bortles, I mean, he's a strong player, but, you know, UCF isn't a big program. They don't have that strong of a schedule, and I just don't think that overall it really, he's proved himself to be this high of a pick. What do you think, Matt?
Well, as you say, he's proved himself, and that's basically what you got to do as such a young player coming out of a university. Yeah, you're a hot shot, but you got to show the team that's going to draft you what you're actually worth. And you said it right. He's proven himself. He's a monster. He's got the digits. He's got the numbers. He's proved that overall this season, team can count on him. So I think absolutely he's definitely I think the way to go. Thank you for joining us back here on the NFL Draft Pick 2014. We picked Clowney as our number 1 pick for the year. Here's the reason why.
Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free! On the ground! South Carolina deserves to have it, and they do!
Clowney just says, I'll take care of business right here. You give me this long to catch my breath, I'll come off the ball and rock you and get it right back for our offense. It's a power play off the left side, and Clowney ignites himself into the Michigan backfield. How about that quickness and get off? Then he scoops it up with his left hand, and he wanted to roll with it. Not many guys I've ever seen can get off the ball and rock people like Clowney.
Clowney is an amazing player, and there you know why. Now, we go to my friend Bo, who has got Clowney here in our studio.
Thanks, Matt. I bring it over to you, and I have a special guest, Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me tonight, Bob.
So, Jadeveon, please take us back to the moment where you had that unreal hit on Smith of Michigan. I mean, that might have been the hardest hit I've ever seen. Take me back to that moment.
I was just trying to get off the ball. Big game, Outback Bowl. Michigan's a good team. They had one of their guards pulling. I just so happened to slide right in there. Running back fell right into my lap. What can I say? Ball jumped out. I grabbed it. Big play for my team. Just trying to do whatever I can.
Absolutely. Now, Jadeveon, what would you say would be the team of your dreams at this point in the draft? Now, we have you going number 1 overall now, but we would like to know, is there a specific team you'd like to go to?
I mean, I just want to play in the NFL, really. Whatever team I go to, I'm going to give it my all, 110% every play. I just want to make an impact right away. Whatever team drafts me, doesn't matter to me. I just want to play ball.
Now, Jadeveon, do you think there's going to be a big difference in the NFL, or do you think that you'll be able to transition well?
I mean, at South Carolina, as a defensive end, we used to play a lot of big-name schools, a lot of good talent. I think I'm ready. I've been training real hard, working with my coaches, with my trainers. I think I'm going to be ready for the next level, and I'm not going to leave anything back.
Jadeveon, thank you for your time.
Bro,
it's been a
thanks for having
pleasure.
me
This is
right
Bo
here.
George with ESPN. See you later.